also made the semifinals in 08, in 12, and in 21. They've never won the title. The title has only ever been won by the USA, Costa Rica, and Guatemala. Now Cuba has knocked off Costa Rica in the upset of the night so far. It's Guatemala going up against Panama in this second semifinal. Take a look at the path that these teams have taken to get here. Panama beat the United States 2-1 in the quarterfinal. Guatemala, a dominant 9-4 showing over Mexico. And then through the group stage, Guatemala was unbeaten with 2 wins and a draw in a group with the Dominican Republic, United States, and Trinidad and Tobago. They opened things up with a 7-5 win over Dominican Republic, 5-3 over Trinidad and Tobago, and a 3-3 draw against the United States. Panama, on the other hand, opened up with a 6-3 win over Nicaragua. They went on to beat Canada 7-3, and then Nicaragua 6-3, as they finished in first place in Group B. Now we see who will meet these two teams. Which of these two teams will go on to meet Cuba in the final as they take the field for the second semifinal of the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. National anthems, lineups, and kick on the way. You could hear the crowd support for this Guatemalan side and for this Panamanian side in their national anthems right before kickoff here of the second semifinal in the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. I'm going to have you along for this one this evening. Joe Malfa with you for the action from Managua, Nicaragua. At Polideportivo, Alexis, Arguello, as we get set to meet the starting lineups for both Panama and Guatemala. These two teams have had so much success in this tournament and just getting to this spot and coasting through in many ways. Panama with 2 victories atop their group over Cuba, Canada, and Nicaragua. And Guatemala, 2 victories and a draw in their group over Dominican Republic, the United States, and Trinidad and Tobago. As we meet the starting lineup for Panama first, Alex Del Rosario sends out this lineup. All 5 starters, including the goalkeeper, Jaime Peñalosa, have goals. And 4 of the starters, Goodridge, Milord, Campos, McKenzie, all with 2 goals each. They also pack a punch off the bench. Abdiel Ortiz is their leading scorer with 4 in this tournament. Guatemala on the other side. They really funneled their attack through 2 key players who we'll get to in a moment. First, the captain's out for the coin toss. Alan Aguilar, the captain for Guatemala. As we meet the officials, Christopher Grebas, Manuel Rosario, Brenda Valdez Perez, and the 10. Over. Will it be Panama or Guatemala in the final against Cuba? We're underway in the second semifinal. Either way, there could be some history on the line in the title match. If it's Guatemala in the final against Cuba, Guatemala can join the likes of the United States and Costa Rica as multi-time winners of this tournament. Their only title so far came in 2008, which was coincidentally over Cuba, who they would meet this time. And Cuba in the final would be looking for their first ever trophy in this tournament. 4 times the runners-up, 96, 2000, 04, 08. And now in the final for the first time in 16 years, Cuba. Now if Panama wins, Panama against Cuba would yield a first-time champion regardless of the outcome. Chance early for Panama here, took a deflection out for a corner. So neither Cuba nor Panama have won this tournament. Would be a first-time champion either way. From the corner, McKenzie could not hold on to it. Guatemala lead this tournament in scoring. They average 6 goals per match, and they lead the way with 24 goals total. Again, most of those concentrated to 2 players. Sandoval with 6, Alvarado with 7. McKenzie. Goodridge. Goodridge for McKenzie. Snuck through, the shot blocked. Panama won the opener against Nicaragua, then they beat Canada. And then Panama lost to Cuba in their final group match. Mackenzie through, plays it across, save made. It took a slight touch by Jose Reyes, who touched it onto the post, now given away. Chance again for Panama, and now they convert the opening goal. Aquiles Campos, less than 2 minutes in, gives Panama the lead in the semifinal. Jose Reyes made the first save, but his teammates in front of him did not do enough to get it out of harm's way. On a good feed by Roman Milord. There was an open net for Campos. He got the goalkeeper, Jose Reyes, to bite on the fake, vacated the net, and it's 1-0 Panama early. Guatemala will have to respond in this tournament. They have managed to come from behind. They had no trouble taking a lead and holding that lead against Dominican Republic in their opening match. They came from behind, down 2-0 against Trinidad and Tobago in the second match. After going down 2-0 against the Soca Warriors, Guatemala finished the game on a 5-1 run to win it 5-3. Their most impressive comeback, Guatemala, came against the United States. They needed to at least tie to win Group C. They were trailing 3-0. They came back, tied at 3-3. It goes down as a draw, but it felt like a win because of what was at stake. And then in the quarterfinal, a thorough showing for Guatemala, 9-4 over Mexico. But they have to play from behind early on here. Alvarado could not keep it in. Goodridge, Milord, given away. Fortunate that Mackenzie tracked back, deflected it, and stole it back. Campos looking for it, blocked. Here's Mackenzie. There's contact there. And the first accumulated foul against Guatemala. Through the pressure, Panama. It's taken now by Wanderlei Ruiz. Patrick Ruiz for Wanderlei Ruiz. Alvarado. Bounds back out to Alvarado. Ruiz. Alvarado. Cutting, Alvarado going for goal. It's blocked by Mackenzie. One thing about this Panamanian side, it's very rare to see Mackenzie come off the field. Going for goal here. It's a quick shot off the kick in, and it's in. What a strike from Patrick Ruiz. Panama had no time to react. Quick off the kick in, first time effort, and it's 1-1. Through the legs of Campos to the corner beyond the outstretched hand of Peñalosa. Patrick Ruiz has his third goal of the tournament. Good response early from Guatemala. Laid back for Goodridge. Now Milord. Play for Mackenzie. Quick response by Panama, retaking the lead in just seconds after the equalizer. This match looks a lot different than the first semifinal between Costa Rica and Cuba. It was a cagey, patient deadlock. Finally, before half, a goal for Costa Rica, a 1-0 lead, and then it went to extra time at 3-3. We've already got 3 goals here inside of 4 minutes. A 2-1 lead for Panama. Guatemala wants to talk it over with a timeout. Alfonso Mackenzie with his 3rd goal of the tournament. For Aquiles Campos, the opening goal for Panama, also his 3rd of the tournament. One off the pace set by Abdiel Ortiz, the team leader with 4. Back at it again after the timeout. Guatemala in control. It's a cross for Ruiz. Played back across the other way and out for a corner. Played in for the corner kick through the legs of Alvarado, who tried to click it along. Referee bringing over Mackenzie and Alvarado for a quick conversation. Sandoval trying to push it through. Now it's Panama the other way. Mackenzie calling for it. Cutting inside Campos, lost it. Over the top, it's punched away by Peñalosa. Santizo. Campagnac. Back for Santizo and all the way through, out of play. Comes all the way through on the volley. It's over the bar. Took a favorable Guatemala bounce. Referee again stopping play for a conversation. Now rolled out. Settled down by Santizo. Working through is Brian Santizo. Now it's Patrick Ruiz. Santizo and it intercepted And it'll remain Guatemala's possession. That timeout from Guatemala really slowed down the pace after a frantic early going. On the turnout wide, it's Campagnac, and it's out of play. Here's Campagnac. Plays it along for Santizo. Campagnac trying to pull it through. Mackenzie wants to go. Mackenzie goes for a goal. It's wide. Abdiel Ortiz works it inside now for Milord. Won cleanly by Guatemala. It's out for a Guatemalan kick-in. Remember, their first goal scored in this manner. A quick kick-in and a strike to the far post. All the way across for Alvarado, but it was an incorrectly taken kick-in. Possession goes back to Panama. Over the top, in behind, just beyond the reach of Campos. Very methodical from Guatemala, perhaps by design. The early going when it was a track meet back and forth. 2 goals for Panama. Now they open it up a little bit. Going for goal here, took a deflection out for a corner. .12 to go in this first half. Aguilar, Alvarado, blocked. Back for Peñalosa. Aguilar rolls it back for Santizo, looking inside for Alvarado. Almost halfway through this first half. Cuba awaits in the final. Panama looking for their first ever title in this tournament, as are Cuba. So it could be a new champion either way if that's the matchup. Guatemala is in search of a second title. They won it back in 08. Second ball came out on the field. Here again is Alvarado going for goal. Alvarado, wrong side of the post. From the corner, rolled back for Alvarado. Aguilar goes for goal, rockets it over. Did take a deflection again. Quick from the corner is saved by Peñalosa. Good effort from Patrick Ruiz. Ruiz, who has the goal tonight for Guatemala. Rolled again from the corner, saved by Peñalosa once more. Goes quickly, rolls it out ahead. Aparicio. Mackenzie. Back for Aparicio. Aguilar almost gave it away, and now it is given back to Panama. Mackenzie off the chest. Crowd trying to will Guatemala back into this. Down 2-1. Great dribble through. Brian Santizo almost got past the last man. And the foul called against Guatemala. Second foul against Guatemala in this first half. Down 2-1. Against the number 4 ranked team in Concacaf. Excuse me, Panama. Number 3 ranked giving away at the back here. Chance now to tie it, and it's a terrible giveaway for Panama. That leads to the equalizing goal by Johnny Diaz. Nightmare for Panama. Ill-advised the way they played it around the back. Guatemala says thank you, and it's 2-2 again. Poor from Oscar Hinks. You don't expect that from the captain of this Panamanian group. Another giveaway in their own half for Panama. Chipped over the top. Santizo charging, crashes into Peñalosa. No foul called. Keeper still down. And now a foul against Guatemala. It's the third against Guatemala in this first half. Only two more. On the third, it would be the kick from the 10-meter mark for Panama. Peñalosa in some pain. After a brief delay, back at it now. Campos. Back for Mackenzie. Good pressure again from Guatemala. That's how they created their second goal off a mistake. Mackenzie just clears. And that's going to be another foul against Guatemala. Number 4. They conceded one of those penalties from the 10-meter mark against the United States in the final group match. And the way Aguilar undercut Milord and the way he crashed to the ground looked scary. Big fall for Milord. Officially, they'll say it's the third foul. Perhaps it was a different ruling the last time that Guatemala had a free kick. Might have been indirect. We'll get some clarification. Still being tended to after that fall from above. .7:28 to go in this first half. Finally ready to continue again. Clock winding down from 7:20, 2-2 after a giveaway needlessly by Panama. Tied things up at 2. Right back for Jose Reyes. He sends it long. McKenzie gets in the way. Heavy, heavy touch from Alvarado. Another giveaway almost. Now it is taken by Guatemala. Very dangerous with the ball at the back, Panama's being. And very easily could have been another turnover and another gifted goal. Played down low at the end line. Did stay in the whole time as Nelson Tagre was looking for something. Nice turn from Ruiz. Gets past Campos. Aguilar. Sandoval couldn't get there. Peñalosa for Panama. They've lost their attacking momentum. They scored those 2 goals in the first 3 minutes, and that was it. Not many opportunities even since then. Nice move inside. There was some contact there from Campos slowing down the runner. 5.5 to play in this first half. Ruiz. Wanderlei Ruiz. Intercepted again by Panama. Guatemala really pitting them in deep here, struggling to get across halfway. Finally, it's Campos. Ricochets through toward Goodridge. Panama's kicking. And a timeout taken by Panama with 4:57 to go in this first half. They scored the opening goal. And McKenzie then made it 2-1 for Panama. But a giveaway at the back by Panama needlessly right here from the captain. Oscar Hinks made it 2-2. Pounded home by Johnny Diaz for his second goal of the tournament. Under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Cuba awaits in the final after their upset of Costa Rica earlier tonight. Chip through, shot for handball, and it's given. It's just outside the area. And no doubt, Brian Santizo extended that right arm away from his body. 4th foul against Guatemala. 4th direct free kick foul accumulated. Jose Reyes positions his wall. 3 men in the wall. Castrillon standing over this free kick, number 11 for Panama. Roman Malord is there for the short option. Goes for goal here, right into the wall. Rebound, second effort, touched underneath, it's blocked and cleared. Goodridge had that second effort for Panama. More contact there. No foul called. Would have been the 5th against Guatemala, which would have meant they had no more margin for error the rest of this first half. Santizo cutting inside, laid off. Brian Santizo's shot blocked out for a corner. From the corner, blasted save by Peñalosa. The rebound was juicy, but he pounces to it. Giving away to Santizo across midfield with some venom. Healed along, looking for Goodridge. Under 4 to play in this first half. 3 of the goals came in the first 4 minutes. Panama the 2-1 lead. Later in the half, the giveaway from Panama, the equalizer for Guatemala. We've been at 2-2 ever since. Put in front, and some contact there again as Campos went down. Hinks clears, not taking any chances after his earlier giveaway. Campos, Milord. Step overs galore here, going for goal was Goodridge. Now Goodridge with some contact, no foul called. No advantage given, it was clean in the eyes of the officials. Wanderlei Ruiz back for Aguilar. Patrick Ruiz, Wanderlei Ruiz, Aguilar, Patrick Ruiz, Wanderlei Ruiz. Ruiz, end line, puts it in front. Substitutions here for Panama. Tensions flaring between Hinks and Alvarado. Giveaway on the Guatemalan side. Quickly taken to the end line. Campos chips it off the crossbar and stayed out. How did that stay out? A cheeky chip hit the bar. A stumble from Panama. Ruiz slips it through, intercepted. A shot for a pass back there goes unanswered. Mackenzie. Ortiz. Milord. Backfield along toward Mackenzie, but intercepted by Guatemala. Under 2 to play in this half. Seconds to go in this first half. Aguilar looking for it, can't keep it in. Official wants to chat now with Aguilar. Thrown long down the field. Out of play. Chested down. Chance brewing for Guatemala. On the turn, it's blocked shot for handball. No answer. Over a minute to go. It's quick again from the kick in. Twice tonight, Guatemala has executed. It's Campagnac this time. Panama has twice fallen asleep at the wheel on the kick-ins. Guatemala has twice cashed in a 3-2 lead. Just lulled to sleep, losing their marks. First it was Ruiz earlier. Now it's Campagnac this time. First time that Guatemala has a lead. Panama led 1-0 and 2-1. Can they get it back? Right before halftime, it's blocked. Mackenzie. Deal Ortiz. Here he is, Ortiz. Drops it in, cutting inside, going for goal. It's tapped wide. How did Goodridge not redirect it in? I don't think he can believe it either. Just look at his reaction. Oh, you won't find many easier opportunities than that. Ten seconds to go in this first half. One last chance for Guatemala. Maybe one last chance for Panama on the run. Mackenzie pushes it ahead. Kept in play, put in front, saved off the line by a defender. And that'll do it. A frantic end to this first half. After a frantic start to this first half, and maybe a sleepy middle. It's Guatemala 3, Panama 2 here in the second semifinal. Cuba awaits in the final here in the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. Players have taken to the field to begin half number 2. A 3-2 lead here for Guatemala. They are 20 minutes away from a spot in the final of the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. Guatemala were last in the final in 2012 when they lost to Costa Rica. They won the title in 2008 when they beat Cuba, and that's who's already in the final. Cuba, after beating Costa Rica earlier tonight. Guatemala left to right in the white with a blue sash. Panama in the red from right to left. Joe Malfa with you for the action from Nicaragua. Guatemala had an easy time getting through the quarterfinal, 9-4. And it's been a much tougher test here in the semifinal. For Panama, a tight 2-1 victory over the United States. That was really 2-0 for most of the match. A goal with 1:10 left for the United States made it 2-1. And now we're underway in half number 2. Long over the top here. It's out for a Panamanian possession. Out wide. Campos. Goodridge. Nice movement from Panama. Can they start the second half as quickly and as positively as they started the first half? That's the question. And those 2 goals in the first 4 minutes. Violation against Panama. Sets up an indirect free kick here for Guatemala. Standing over it, Marvin Sandoval. Again, indirect kick, has to take a second touch in order to score. Played in front, and it's out of play. Given away here to Guatemala. To the end line, took a touch. It'll be Guatemala's ball. From the kick in when they've scored twice. Not this time, Panama more alert. Two minutes gone in this second half. Set long from Guatemala and given away to Peñalosa and Panama. Ahead now for Santizo. Dangerous pass back. It's fielded by Campos. The 3 goals scored by Guatemala, Panama could really blame themselves for all 3. They were caught asleep at the wheel on 2 kick-ins from the sideline, just like this. And the other one was a giveaway at the back. We just nearly saw another giveaway at the back that could have made it 4. Given away now by Guatemala, and finally, Panama has something break their way. It's Ruman Milord, and you could call it even, not only in the fact that it's 3-3, but in the fact that both teams have now gifted a goal on a turnover at the back. For Milord, it's his 3rd goal of the tournament. Celebrations continue now for the Panamanian supporters. Over the top now for Guatemala. Peñalosa handled it outside of the area. This will be a direct free kick for Guatemala. Wanderlei Ruiz standing over this free kick. Jaime Peñalosa setting up his wall. Ruiz plays it across. Aguilar cuts inside. It's blocked. Ruiz over the bar. Wasted by Guatemala. Back to the halfway point. Campos. Now it's Ortiz. Back for Hinks. Goodridge. Some contact there and a free kick has been awarded. Almost 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Panama able to equalize on a Guatemalan giveaway. Will we see a second extra time and perhaps second penalty game tonight? That is how things were decided earlier between Costa Rica and Cuba. Ruiz sends it long. Turn, Campos gets it wide. Goodridge plays it across. Seemed promising. Now back the other way for Guatemala and cut off by Hinks. And a yellow card being shown to Roberto Alvarado.
Tarjeta amarilla para la selección nacional de Guatemala. Con el número 7, Roberto Alvarado.
Standing over it is the captain Hinks, just to get it back into play after Alvarado's yellow. Goodridge, Hinks. Played along for an opportunity now for Panama. It's blocked by the keeper, Jose Reyes, denying Abdiel Ortiz. The halfway line for Hinks. Now it's Campos. Ortiz calling for it centrally. Hinks, Ortiz, cutting in, shooting. Ortiz saved by Reyes. Given away by Panama. A chance to take the lead for Guatemala and saved. We have seen this time and again tonight, where out of nowhere a giveaway nearly yields a goal. Both ways, to be fair, but more so the giveaways on the Panamanian side. Seven minutes gone in the second half. Panama leveled on a Guatemalan giveaway. Shot for a foul, not given. Guatemala goes the other way. Settled centrally, chance to go back on top for Guatemala's blocked. Milord, Mackenzie for Mackenzie, going for goal. Mackenzie over the bar. Goodridge from the corner, intercepted, and an injury. Oh, that could have been a moment for Guatemala. Ruiz pulling up, holding his hamstring, just as he might have been off to the races. Good bit of sportsmanship from Panama, playing it out and allowing Ruiz to get the attention he needed. Guatemala will put it back into play and likely give it back to Panama. Tip of the cap to Guatemala for handling it that way, and Panama as well. Dozen minutes to go here in the second semifinal. Now it's Mackenzie down on the total opposite end of the field. This game has come to a screeching halt.
Tarjeta amarilla para la selección nacional de Guatemala. Con número 4, Nelson Tagre.
A yellow card was shown to Nelson Tagre. Something away from the play. On the left side, Guatemala puts it in front. Peñalosa leaves a big rebound. Chance for Guatemala, ball still loose. Settled by Mackenzie, given away by Panama. Sandoval picked up by Ruiz, back across, it's just over the line. Sandoval. Here's Tagre, who just picked up that yellow card. Out wide for Alvarado. Ruiz, Alvarado, and Aguilar. Tagre lost it. Picked up by Castrillon. Escobar blocked again. Mackenzie slipping it through. Halfway through this second half. The goal for Panama to tie things up. And what has been a choppy half, a lot of injuries, and balls out of play have stopped things to a halt at times. Neither side has really put the ball on the deck and tried to take their time in the build-up and possession. A stark contrast between this match and the one we saw earlier stylistically. Mackenzie playing with it dangerously at the back. Now chipped and saved by Reyes, who rolls it out and wants to play quickly. Mackenzie steps to it. Nine minutes to play. Try from distance here is wide. There's two teams searching for answers. You wonder if one side might be inclined to take a timeout here with 8:40 to go. Tensions will no doubt start to rise. A lot at stake. Spot in the final. These teams have already qualified for the World Cup. All four semifinalists did. Here's Hinks. Ortiz. Across for Ortiz. Work to the end line. Has options in front. Second foul against Panama was given before. 8-10, all that's left in regulation. Still wondering when one of these teams might take that timeout. Each getting one per half. They've been searching for answers in the second half. It has not looked like the same game we saw in the first 20 minutes. It's been sloppy at times. It's come to a halt. A first half that was more run and gun, back and forth. Aguilar. We're in the second semifinal of the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. Cuba awaits after their upset of Costa Rica earlier tonight. They scored with under 2 minutes remaining, and the goalkeeper out for an extra attacker to tie it at 3. A scoreless extra time, and then 8 rounds of the shootout. And Cuba emerged victorious. They actually came from behind in the shootout after missing their first shot. Going into the 4th round, there was an opportunity for Costa Rica to score and enter the 5th round up 4-3. They missed in that 4th round. It was sudden death from the 5th round onward. And in the 8th round, Costa Rica blinked. Cuba won. A chance at their first title, Cuba. That's what it would be for Panama as well. They've never won this tournament. For Guatemala, it could be a second trophy in this tournament. Under 7 to play. Ruiz to the end line. It's saved by Peñalosa. Paniagua was streaking in front. I don't know if Colorado didn't spot him or just elected to go at it his own. Paniagua was open and calling for it. Chipped from the corner. Aguilar couldn't bring it down. Falls nicely here for Ortiz. Back to midfield. Hinks across. Goodridge. Ortiz to the sideline. Ortiz goes for a goal. It's knocked out by Reyes. The corner. Hinks back in the corner, chipped over the top, cleared. Milord. Hinks. Goodridge. Nice turn in behind by Campos, who opened the scoring tonight. 6 minutes to go, 3-3. Paniagua clears. The ball is not staying in play for large periods of time. A lot of choppiness. You wonder if it really favors either side, because neither side has been able to get into any sort of rhythm. Cutting in, it's blocked. Long throw from Reyes. Able to be settled by Santizo. Aside from Panama's first 2 goals, the other 4 of the 6 total goals have been spur of the moment out of nowhere, based on giveaways out of the back or quick strikes off of kick-ins from the sideline. So you wonder if there's another moment like that, either a moment of brilliance or a moment of a defensive mental error for either of these teams to change what is seemingly a crash course with extra time. Comes Guatemala, sets up for a shot that's blocked. Sandoval had the opportunity. It's the 4th foul against Guatemala. Long throw. Trouble settling it for Guatemala with 4.5 to play. Quick outlet from Peñalosa the other way. Very stout defensively, Guatemala, not allowing much through. Aguilar, the captain, holding strong. Now finally, Guatemala taking their time out. I've been clamoring for it for a few minutes. This game has really just lacked ideas or creativity, any sort of spark. Can you find a moment to catch your breath in a timeout? Think of a different lineup combo. Think of a different method of attack. Match that has just been lacking ever since that, the equalizing goal on a giveaway out of the back. Is there one last energetic kick to this match? 3-3 with under 4 to play. Flipped over the top right out of that timeout for Guatemala, headed by Peñalosa out of his area. Hinks blocked down. Peñalosa has it. Some trouble now playing out the back. Maybe that timeout was exactly what Guatemala needed. earned talking to for Roberto Alvarado, who's already on a yellow card. Play to the halfway line. Aguilar goes for goal. Quick toss from Peñalosa. Trying to hold up the play with Campos. Rolled out for Alvarado, cutting in. Alvarado, Aguilar. Set long again. Two and a half minutes remaining of regular time. Over the top from Sandoval. Alvarado couldn't keep it in. Excuse me, that was Campagnac on the far side, who had what was the go-ahead goal at 3-2 for Guatemala. Crowd starting to get back up into this one a bit more. Maybe sensing there is one more special moment in regulation. Mackenzie. Seconds remaining of regular time. A little jersey tug there, direct free kick coming for Guatemala. And a yellow card has been issued to Claudio Goodridge.
Tarjeta amarilla para la selección nacional de Panamá. Con el número 7, Claudio Rotti.
Take advantage of this free kick. Johnny Diaz goes for goal. It's blocked out for a corner. Only 2 seconds came off the clock there. 1:29 remaining. Diaz quick in front. Still loose. Blocked down off the backside of Aquiles Campos. Another chance to get it in from out wide for Guatemala. Santizo was waiting for it. Bounces through Diaz. That ball stayed in. Here's Campos the other way. Given away to Panama. It's Campos. Couldn't get there. Just barely. Frantic. Now it's Aguilar's blocked. Peñalosa made the stop. End to end in this final minute. It's Mackenzie cutting. Mackenzie. It's blocked. Shout for handball. Play on. Would have been a penalty. It was inside the area. Set long again to no avail. All of a sudden, the match springing back to life. Both teams trying to end it in regulation. Now maybe Panama saying, you know what, this has become too frantic. Let's settle it down and just go to extra time. Wow, just the way it was back and forth. Thought that one of these two teams might try to find a winner in regulation. And not wanting to take the risk of one moment in the next 30 seconds ending it. Wanting to go ahead and play 10 more minutes at extra time. And that's what they will do. Costa Rica and Cuba went to extra time at 3-3. Now Panama and Guatemala go to extra time at 3-3. We will decide it in extra time and perhaps penalties here in the second semifinal of the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. Set to begin extra time. 2 5-minute periods will be played in full. If it does not produce a winner, we go to penalties, and we already saw penalties once tonight. With Cuba taking down Costa Rica in the first semifinal. Cuba still in search of their first ever trophy left here in this tournament. Same could be said about Panama. Will they have the same storybook semifinal finish as Cuba, or will Guatemala make it through and play for a second title of their own, their first since 2008? Mackenzie. Ortiz going for goal here. It's just wide. Gabriel Ortiz, the leading scorer with 4 goals, made a bid for his 5th. Chance brewing for Panama. It's blocked. Effort by Goodridge. by Paniagua. Mackenzie. Ortiz. Mackenzie wants it back, but Ortiz goes for goal. And it's out of play. Long toss by the keeper, and it was almost a moment for Ruiz. Very nonchalant defensively by Panama. It's right back the other way though now. Mackenzie blocked. Goodridge bypasses Mackenzie, finds Ortiz. Ortiz cutting, it's blocked. There goes Aguilar, the captain. Alvarado was camped out for it, out for a corner. Ruiz from the corner, all the way across and out of play. Another corner. Ruiz puts it into play, and that's not going to be the answer for Guatemala. Guatemala pinned in, and they give it away. Back for Hinks, the captain. His giveaway ended up being bailed out. It's his giveaway that made it 2-2. Guatemala had a giveaway of their own that then made it 3-3. Comes Guatemala on the turn. It's cut back by Campagnac. Cut off by Hinks. And Campagnac battling. And a late decision to call a foul, I believe. Or is referee just getting in between them to settle things down and using the whistle as a tool. I think they're trying to sort out, too, over the table whether or not a foul was called. I don't believe one was. I think, again, it was just him using the whistle to settle things down and step between them, rather than a foul being called. Panama was trying to say that that was the 5th foul against Guatemala, and the 5-foul warning should be displayed on the table. But I think the referee, again, was just coming over to clear up that a foul was not called. Anyway, back to the play. 2:20 to go. It's saved, and Reyes keeps it out. Rolled ahead for Santizo. Back to Panama. 2v2. Step overs galore from Goodridge, going for goal saved. Rebound outside of the netting. That's going to be a foul against Panama. Only the third foul against Panama. It's been 4 against Guatemala. 6:52 collectively remaining in this match. Free kick, top of the box. And again, just miss-hit wildly by Guatemala. And now tempers flaring even more after the fact. .48 remains, and there will be the 5th foul against Guatemala. Just waiting for the confirmation that it wasn't the ball out of play. Foul called. There's your warning. No more margin for error for Guatemala. Next foul will put Panama at the 2nd penalty mark from 10 meters away, and that again carries over to the 2nd extra time as well. Across for Goodridge. And it, again, doesn't matter where that foul comes. It could be a direct free kick foul committed by Guatemala all the way at the other end of the field. It would come all the way back to this end for the kick from the 2nd penalty mark. They have to be super smart now. We would hate to lose this semifinal in extra time by needlessly conceding a 6th foul and a kick from the 2nd mark. Santizo to get it back into play. 1:20 to go in the first extra time.
Damas y caballeros, su atención, por favor. Este es el primer aviso. El árbitro ha indicado que tal vez podría tener que suspender el partido a causa de conducta discriminatoria.
Chance brewing here for Guatemala. Cleared away, 1 minute to go.
La discriminación en fútbol no será tolerada. Si esto continúa, el juego será suspendido y podrá ser abandonado. Gracias.
Kick in for Ruiz. They've scored off 2 of these tonight. This one blocked. Panama more alert. They want to break out. Hinks. Castrillon. Hinks. Ortiz. The rotations here for Panama. Goodridge. Just like that, it goes away. Seconds in this half. That's all that's left. Saved by Reyes. Nice shot, and it's in with 1.6 seconds left from nowhere. A brilliant moment. Abdiel Castrillon of the volley. From the sideline. with 1.6 seconds left. It looked like he was about to take a touch, try a dribble, and the horn would sound. Instead, he somehow flips the hips around and hits it, and it's in. Look at this, just hits it on the first time volley. Gets the hips around it. Surprises Reyes to the far post and in. And Panama's up 4-3 at the end of this first extra time. What a time for your first goal of the tournament, Abdiel Castrillon. Now, can they hold it? They'll have 5 minutes to do so. If they do, it would be Panama against Cuba, and we'd be guaranteed a first-time champion. We head to the second extra time. Panama on a brilliant finish by Castrillon, up 4-3. Set to begin the second extra time. You can see some words were exchanged between the two groups as they bypass each other, swapping benches. It's going to be a tense final 5 minutes with Panama now up 4-3. Keep in mind, Guatemala has committed 5 fouls, another, and it would be a kick from the 10-meter mark for Panama. A spot in the final against Cuba is on the line over the next 5 minutes. Guatemala last in the final in 2012 where they lost. They won it all in 2008. They have a chance at their second trophy. Panama has never won this tournament. They made one final, and they lost in that final in 2016 against Costa Rica. If it's Panama and Cuba, we're guaranteed a first-time winner. Remember, all 4 of these teams playing today already qualified for the World Cup in Uzbekistan in September. So even for the losers today, they can take some solace in knowing that. But now the focus is on glory in this tournament. Ruiz. That was the 4th foul there against Panama. They still have one more foul that they can afford to give. Santizo, Ruiz. You wonder when Guatemala will decide to fly the goalie and get the extra attacker out there. Oh, now, excuse me, they just snuck him out there. Extra attacker on, and it's missed wildly. Wide open net was there for Marvin Sandoval. What has he done? He can't believe it either. Well, they had possession there. They snuck the extra attacker out. Now he's back in goal. Jose Reyes will try to get him back out there when they can. Sandoval being aggressive, pulling the goalie this early. The last thing you could afford is obviously an empty net goal. That would basically seal the deal. Thought maybe that Guatemala would wait until there were about 2:30 left, or under 3 minutes, but to do so as early as they have shows that they are just going for it now. Throwing caution to the wind. Sandoval still standing bottom of your screen on the sideline in the green penny, waiting to come back out there as the extra attacker. Indirect free kick, played across, and it's over the bar. Could have given them the insurance goal. It took a deflection, it's out for a corner. From the corner all the way back. Possessed by Panama. Mackenzie lost it for a moment, has to come back and get rid of it. Juggles it up and clears. And now they get the extra attacker out there again. Ruiz. Gave it away. Net is empty. It's chipped toward the goal and in. Remember, they just pulled the goalkeeper on that last change of possession. The giveaway, the empty net, and the finish. It's Ruman Milord. It's 5-3 Panama with 3:07 to go. Not out of the woods yet. You know that Guatemala will give everything they have now with the goalkeeper pulled to try and get these 2 goals back. But Panama can maybe taste it. Left side of your screen, just saw him flash by. Sandoval, extra attacker out there for Guatemala. Now down 2. They can't afford to give it away. Another empty net goal would basically seal the deal. They have to have it now. Aguilar. Back for Aguilar. Ruiz. Aguilar. Santizo. Still loose. Battling here. Back for Aguilar. Sandoval calling for it and gets it. Ruiz, 2.5 minutes to go. Net is empty. Sandoval goes for goal. It's blocked. Santizo, Ruiz, Aguilar to the end line here for Guatemala. Running out of time, 2 minutes to go, down 2 goals. Across for Sandoval, shoots blocked all the way down the other way off the block, and it curls just past the post. Remember, it was 1.6 seconds left in the first extra time. Out of nowhere, from the sideline, a left-footed volley by Castellon, who somehow got his hips around on it. That made it 4-3. The goalkeeper was pulled for Guatemala, and with 3.5 minutes to go, Panama made it 5-3. That's where we stand. 1:47 to go. The Panamanian supporters in that corner on the far side singing their praises. A chance to make the final. Chipped over the top. Chance now to make it a 3-goal lead. It's Reyes throwing it out quickly and giving it away. It'll be the first time we're seeing a new final combination in a while. Chance to make it 3. 6-3 and take that 3-goal lead. No, denied. Abdiel Ortiz would not have it go. They get the extra attacker out there again with 1:15 remaining, and it's an illegal substitution. Yellow card to Jose Reyes. They give the extra attacker's jersey now to Santizo. Possession for Panama. One minute remaining. Panama up 5-3. Guatemala has to go. They need 2 goals in a minute. It's doable. It's not unfathomable, but it's not easy. Ruiz through the middle. Net is empty. Extra attacker out there. Hinks battling. Indirect free kick coming for Guatemala. Ruiz at the halfway point. Ruiz for Aguilar. Aguilar goes for goal. It's blocked out for a corner. In front, Sandoval flicks it. Net is empty. Going for goal. Peñalosa puts it wide. Into play for Ruiz. Santizo, 23 seconds remaining. Panama can taste it. They can't concede twice now, surely. They cannot. Sandoval going for it. McKenzie plays it through. Can they seal the deal with one more? Yes! Panama 6, Guatemala 3. Panama will meet Cuba in the final on Saturday. Scored by their leading scorer, Abdiel Ortiz, his 5th of the tournament. But the real hero is Abdiel Castrellon. It was his goal with 1.6 seconds remaining in the first extra time out of nowhere. The probability of that shot he took going in is about as minimalistic as it gets, but it still went through. Estrada, the head coach of Guatemala, was just sent off with a red card. Means nothing now. Pardon me, that was Jaime Aquino, the assistant. Well, that goal from Castrellon set the tone. Guatemala could not find the equalizer. And after that, a pair of empty net goals for Panama. We have not had a first-time winner in this tournament since 2008 when Guatemala beat Cuba. But on April 20th, this Saturday, we will have a first-time winner once again. It will either be Panama's first or it will be Cuba's first. Costa Rica was upset earlier. Guatemala upset tonight. Those are the top 2 ranked teams in this tournament, but they're not playing for the final. It's Panama against Cuba in the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship final. Tempers flaring at the end here with 0.3 seconds remaining. Have to be smart now, Panama, not to get anybody sent off and miss that final. And the celebrations ongoing for the captain, Oscar Hinks. All we have to do is put the ball into play to make it official. And Panama is through to the final against Cuba. We will have a first-time winner this weekend. Cuba's never won it. Panama's never won it. Somebody has to. There's no time showing on the clock, but we're keeping the players on the field. Well, they added 1 second. Won't mean anything now. 3-goal game. just delaying the celebration even more, and now it is official. Waiting for the horn and the whistle still. And there it is. Finally it goes. Panama 6, Guatemala 3. Panama will play for the trophy against Cuba on Saturday. It was penalties for Cuba over Costa Rica earlier. It's extra time for Panama over Guatemala later. The celebration will go throughout the evening here in Nicaragua. And at this venue on Saturday, Panama and Cuba will play for Concacaf Futsal supremacy. Look at the full-time highlights between Panama and Guatemala. It started early, the scoring. In the early first couple of minutes, Aquiles Campos gave them the lead. A quick response from Guatemala off the kick-in. It was Ruiz. And then shortly thereafter, it was Mackenzie who would make it 2-1 for Panama. This prompted a timeout from Guatemala to settle things down. The game was frantic early on, and they would find an equalizer on a gifted giveaway by Panama out of the back. Not here, but off the ensuing ball back into play. We have the giveaway by Hinks at the back right here. Guatemala capitalizes. Johnny Diaz scores 2-2 into halftime. In the second half, the game came to a bit of a halt. A chance to make it 3-2 there for Panama. Instead, the other way, Guatemala off the kick-in, like they scored their first goal. It was Campagnac making it 3-2. And that's how it would stay for a little while until a Guatemalan giveaway would basically make amends for the Hinks giveaway that led to the second Guatemalan goal. There's the giveaway from Guatemala. The finish taken without any doubt by Milord, made it 3-3. We would head to extra time with that same scoreline, 3-3. Some opportunities for both sides late on in regulation. And then the goal to make it 4-3. The match-winning goal in the end by Abdiel Castrillon is one of the, if not the, goals of the tournament. We'll see it in a moment. With 1.6 seconds remaining in the first extra time, Castrillon was able to flip his hips around it on the full volley. And it seemed like it would just be time running out on the first extra time, but a long ball played from the back. It bounced in the path of Castrillon, and he would finish it off. The saves made by both keepers again as things got frantic. Then in the beginning of the extra time, another save there for Jose Reyes. And then chipped ahead for Castrillon. 1.6 seconds. Guatemala wasn't expecting it. He hits it perfectly. It goes in. It's 4-3. It proves to be the match-winning goal. Guatemala had a couple of opportunities. That one right there with the goalkeeper pulled. It was Marvin Sandoval who could have made it 4-4 in that moment with 3 minutes remaining. He might have nightmares about that one because then an empty net goal the other way made it 5. Another one for Milord, his second of the day, 5th of the tournament. One more to make it 6-3 as Panama is through. That'll do it for today's action in the semifinal of the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship. It's Costa Rica and Guatemala upset on paper by Cuba and Panama. And for the first time since 2008, we will have a first-time champion. Neither Cuba nor Panama have ever won this trophy. One of them will on Saturday.